Good morning, guys. Mega GMs. Welcome to the Swarm Report. It is Friday, November 14th. You have a job today, guys. You have a job. You need to convince me. Cats, you need to do it too. You need to convince me why we're not done. Over.
I was hoping you were going to convince me. Hold me. Hold me, bro.
It's a dude rough looking out there. My God. We're talking Bitcoin, touched, I think sitting at 95 right now. Looks like we're going to probably get down to the level everybody has, 92, 93. Probably heading there this morning. And so, yeah, we'll spend a good amount of time today actually chatting about market and why this is happening and what reasons we have to be optimistic. And I'll say this, I'm like worried, but it's also not the right word. Nothing changes. I'm always optimistic. Nothing's changed with where I think we're going, when I think we're getting there. I think the only thing that's changed for me, maybe, and I'll say maybe, I'm not even sure, is do we have a really exciting thing still happening this year? And then also, like, how long does it take next year to get to that exciting part? That's the part I'm really unsure about, and I think everybody's there too, because nobody knows what's going on anywhere. We're talking rate cuts. We're talking the tariff stuff. Like, nobody knows. And it's why you see nobody bidding right now, because you don't know. We have no idea what's coming and how the market's going to react to it. I will say it's still exciting, though. Even like if something's like just shitty, awful, whatever for the market, it's still kind of exciting and kind of edge of my seat, like waiting to see what happens. And so we'll see. Moonship, alt season Moonship says alt season has started. This is maybe what our alt season looks like. A little different this time around. All right, we'll get to that, guys. Friday show, right? So Friday show, we dive into prediction markets. We'll get into virtuals, of course, but this is your show too, man. We're streaming on X. We're on Abstract. We're on YouTube. In fact, go over to YouTube and make sure you subscribe over here. But it's your show. The spaces is where you guys can come and join and get in the conversation. Again, all those topics I mentioned, but kind of anything goes. Have good takes, but get in the conversation. This is where we just kind of vibe for a minute. Probably going about 2-ish hours. We'll see. We just go as far as the vibes are going to take us. We had a big announcement yesterday. It was awesome to be able to share this like live during the show. Yahoo Finance had a big broadcast yesterday just talking about it was really like very crypto focused. So they dove into a bit their partnership with Polymarket. We will talk about that when we get to prediction markets here today. But they also announced a Yahoo Finance crypto hub that they're launching next year and announced some partners. And I'm so freaking excited to say that we are one of those partners that's going to be powering this crypto hub. So they announced CoinMarketCap, Bankless, Decrypt, Real Vision, The Block, and CryptoSlam going to be their partners that are powering this crypto hub. Again, early next year, we are going to be powering their NFT dashboards, their NFT tools. I don't know if tools is the right word, whatever, right? The NFT dashboards, it's great stuff. I mean, the public is interested in this stuff no matter what. I will say, too, the lower the price goes, the more people feel like maybe they have a chance to get in. Maybe there's something to that. So it's great stuff, and crypto adoption is just getting bigger and better, and I still think the best is still to come, and it's things like this that help get us there. So it was awesome news yesterday. More details about that coming soon as far as what it looks like, how people will use it, coming very, very soon. But again, early next year, we'll start seeing those dashboards go live here. So going to be really, really spicy. Again, Polymarket, the official Yahoo Finance prediction market partner. Partners with everybody at this point, right? Polymarket they should just do that announcement. Polymarket announcing partnership with everybody. It's kind of how it's going. Let's do it, boys. Let's get into it. By the way, good morning, cats. I don't think we did a proper GM. It's good to see you.
Hey, GM.
Quickly looking at the market, and I got to do a temperature check with you guys. And Moonship, thank you, sir. How are we feeling? Anybody expecting this? We have a lot of people in the chat that are expecting this, have been expecting this. People who've been saying 92, 93 for the past many weeks. And again, we're heading there. So who's surprised? Who's not surprised? Also, who's packing their bags right now? I do have friends that are saying I'm buying now. I don't think that's dumb at all. It's probably actually pretty damn smart. Bitcoin 95K, ETH 3100, Ripple 228, BNB down to 900. and Solana 138. We're down kind of across the board about 5% this week, actually, other than Ripple, which is actually up 5, almost 6% on the week. But past 24 hours is the big story. It's down 7% for Bitcoin, down 10.5% for ETH, and Solana down 11%. So not great. Sovereign's
Yeah, I was gonna say our boy Sovereign. I think he's becoming Jim Cramer. When he buys, everything goes down.
I love it. I hate it for him, but like, yeah, he's the counter trade signal now. I love it. It almost doesn't affect me. It should, right? It should. I'm mostly stabled up, and I think that's where you want to be. My bags that are like way lighter right now doesn't feel good. I'll say that, but also we say it every week, cats. Don't care. I'm still here. Look, if we go to 20K Bitcoin's never going to happen, I don't think, unless like a flash crash, right? 20K Bitcoin, I'm still here. I'm still doing the show. I'm still diving into virtuals. I'm still enjoying meeting people and learning about the tech and having fun with you guys. It doesn't change anything. It's just a lot more fun when you make money along the way, like a lot more fun, but
it's a lot more fun when everybody's making money and we're having fun together.
That's it, cats. Like, dude, if I'm not winning, I root when my buddies win. That gets me freaking excited to see my buddies win. That's like, it's just the best. Sovereign sold this morning. All right, we're back then.
Goodbye, fam. It's time.
Holding virtual in Tibber. Tibber's the weirdest thing, dude. That probably deserves a whole episode on what the fuck that even is.
Dude, I've been farming Tibber with like my butler buys. And like some days I make stupid money. The other days it's like all gone. I'm like, what the hell? This is and at that market cap, it doesn't make sense. I don't know how like the volatility of that one's wild.
It's crazy. Moonship. Don't pay attention. Check in 5 years, everything will be up. Yeah, that's the bet. That's the bet. It's just up forever. Dollar continues to be less and less valuable, more dollars, whatever, right? I mean, everything worth more in US dollar value. It's the game. It's the game plan. It's the everything. Mufasa, good morning. X Factor, welcome, buddy. Good to see you.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah.
What's up, dude? Yeah, it's I've been trying to make it up here for a little bit, but usually the morning's a little hectic for me. But today is not so hectic, and here I am. Happy to be here and discuss with you guys a little. What are we doing here? Polymarket, UFC, Friday prediction. I mean, this is
we do a little bit of everything. Market talk first. How you feeling, bro?
Honestly, I'm stabled up. So from a state of mind perspective, I got most of my bags on Katana.
So you're feeling good.
So I feel pretty damn euphoric, I would say, because usually I would be in a bunch of altcoins and spread my wealth all over the place, and I'd probably be down about what 40% or so.
You'd be like me right now. Cool.
I'm not looking at many of the charts. Honestly, just head down working, bro, and just focused on the stuff that's being built. But yeah, bro, the market is a little unsteady. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Bitcoin around the 75K or so mark. If it doesn't hold,
whoa, easy.
Hold over the 100. Listen, if we close the month under 100K, it's kind of bearish for the short term, but long term still looks pretty good, bro. Like, listen, we are at the very bottom of what crypto is, and there's a bunch of great things being built in crypto and in Web3. So everything's fine long term. Short term, there's going to be a little bit more volatility, especially if we don't hold 100K. By the end of the month. I don't know. That's just me. Could be down to 70, 75K and then go all the way up to 125, 150 again. Who knows? But dude, that's kind of where I'm at.
We get to test a couple things, right? We were hoping when that different kind of money comes in that we see maybe like less volatility. We see support come in at a certain level, that maybe when we see cheap Bitcoin, it doesn't stay cheap for long. We'll see if that plays out. I'm hoping so. But really, really interesting. People have been putting out all like just really interesting charts showing, and I have it on the screen here. If you're on Spaces, by the way, we got the video streaming on the Swarm_AI, and it's on YouTube. Again, we've got both sides here, but showing what the market does when the U.S. market's open, and we dump. And this is going back the past. Actually, let me look at the chart. I think this is weekly. No, hang on. What is this? Is this just? I think we're looking at the hourly. What are we looking at here? Either way, U.S. Open, we dump. It's an us thing, I think. It looks like it's an us thing, U.S. markets thing. Interesting, because if you look at the ETF volume, Bitcoin specifically yesterday was something like 800 mil in outflows. It was the second biggest day of outflows in the ETF history, the Bitcoin ETF history. So you just have these U.S. markets dumping. Again, it makes sense. Like we said at the start, we don't know what's going on. Why would you be buying when you think Trump's going to say something today or tomorrow that's going to absolutely wreck the market? And not like a short-term wreck. Like, he does things and says things that wreck us for months. And we saw it back in April. We saw it again more recently here too with the US-China stuff. Like, I get why nobody's got any confidence to buy right now. Yesterday was kind of weird. I don't know if you guys have thoughts on, what Bitcoin looked like. What was it? We had like, I don't remember how many candles in a row. Just was it, I think on the 15-minute, just red, 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 red. It looked really, really strange. Also, I think yesterday was a lower volume day too. But anyway, it looks funny. It just looks funny in general to me. Mufasa being a vampire today, adding more mute and Syfy. I like it. Moonship saying buy the blood. I like it. Again, I don't think anybody's crazy for buying here. I don't. With that said, I think we maybe have a little further to fall. Playing into all this too, it's the government reopening. We were hoping that was a catalyst to send us. It wasn't, because that introduced uncertainty with rate cuts. We don't know if we're getting rate cuts in December. And this is probably the biggest factor here. We assumed rate cuts coming in December. We've been saying they're priced in. I think it's pretty clear now they were priced in, because as soon as we start hearing talk that cuts in December might not be happening, that really triggered the dump here. We'll see. Do you have any thoughts, Cats, and also X Factor? Rate cuts December. Are you feeling one side or the other? And we can actually go look at some prediction markets to get the temp check out there.
Yeah, I don't know anything anymore. I know nothing.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to put it up on the screen. Here's Polymarket.
The only thing that's certain is there's going to be volatility.
There you go. We're up to a 45% chance for no change. And a 25 basis point cut is down to 53%. It was as high as, I want to say, like 90, right? And so that's the big difference right there. Again, market had priced it in. It does not anymore, which is actually kind of exciting if we do get the rate cut, right? If we do get the rate cut, I think, let's see what the market does over the next few weeks, but could actually move the market then at that point, especially if we get some good talk that more rate cuts are coming in 26. We assume there are. We'll see. A 50 basis point cut, which is so freaking unlikely. But if we got that, again, definitely not priced in. Market would definitely love that. I think we got tariff news coming too. There's just, again, so many things hanging over us, so much uncertainty. I don't know what the tariff news is going to be. Well, actually, you know what? They hinted at it yesterday. Some tariff exemptions to help bring down costs, food costs, whatnot. Don't know what it's going to be, when it's going to come. But Bessent said 2 days ago that we'll see substantial tariff news over the next couple of days. Won't be surprised if we actually get something today. But usually you're saving bad news for a Friday. I don't know, boys. I don't know. Nobody knows. China heard a bunch of data might never be released. Yeah, how can Jerome cut if they have no data? It's exactly that, right? We're going to get some of that job data, not all of it. Again, yeah, how do you cut if you don't have the data? I don't know. If I'm a betting man, where are you guys putting your bet? Rate cut in December or no?
I would say yes, just to kind of tamper these markets a little bit and send it before Christmas, or at least attempt to. I would put my money on yes, but literally this conversation, this little bit that you just had, and all this uncertainty and all this dark cloud that we have over our heads is exactly reflected in both the U.S. markets and the crypto markets, right? Like, nobody knows what the hell's going on, man.
Fear greed is like, it's at like a 3-year low. It's at like a 15, maybe even lower right now. It's really bad. Moonship, it's such a good point though. If the tariffs get overturned, which we might think is, well, I'll say this, a couple months ago, if we heard that might be bullish, right? We were like, okay, costs come down. That's what you think is like the long-term impact of that. But right now we don't know. Them getting overturned means more uncertainty. We probably crash, and they're almost definitely going to get overturned, right? Trump said he's got a plan B if that happens. It's probably what they were hinting at with some tariff announcements coming. They're probably going to unwind these things. And then we got to figure out, what does repaying that money look like? We have no idea. We're in uncharted territory. Again, why would you be buying some of the most speculative assets in the fucking world when you have no idea? You might lose 50% of your wealth if you go all in on it, right? It's interesting times. Moonship's betting on a 25 basis point cut. I actually would bet that too. I think we get that 25 basis point cut in December. Moves the market a little. I won't be surprised if we stay kind of flat, but I do think it moves us a little. Guys, all that said, though, JP Morgan's still thinking we see 170K Bitcoin in the next 6 to 12 months. I'm kind of there. You know what? That sums up my headspace. I still think in the next year, meaning this cycle is different, meaning it's not the 4-year thing, but I think in the next 12 months, 170K Bitcoin still makes sense. Have you guys changed any, medium-term predictions like that? 170K doable?
Not at all, man. I think, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if we do test those 70s, 75Ks like I was talking about in the very short term. And then we full send it to 170, 200K, man. Like, I think it's going to be a very, very volatile market, and it's going to have some great trading opportunities. Just, if you don't know what you're doing with the charts, just hold Bitcoin and forget about it, man. Check back in a year or so. I think you're going to be okay at these prices.
Let's fucking go. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, dude. If we touch 75, whatever, I hope we bounce off that so hard we just rip. I think you got Michael Saylor buying in a different kind of way there too. Not that he's going to move the market as much. It is crazy though, with like this much uncertainty. And we've seen all this data about these, like the ancient Bitcoin whales. They've been dumping that Bitcoin. They've been unloading their bags, and we've still been hanging on to 100K strong. So still, like, all things considered, I think things are pretty interesting. Okay. I've been thinking about catalysts that get this thing really cooking, and they keep this thing sustained, and they carry us well into next year. And we have a bunch still. That said, I see people starting to question it. Like, what do we have left? Somebody tweeted this morning. They're like, hey, guys, Trump has been shilling crypto for the past year. I'm trying to think. We had all these celebs come in, and he just listed off all these things that have happened. Like, what other catalysts do we have? What are the things you guys are looking forward to? There's the obvious stuff. Clarity Act's coming. What else?
Well, you got the nice stimmies that were hanging over our head, right? So, like, I mean, that's going to create some issues as well. But if people start getting 2K stimmies to play with a little bit, that should spark the market and the interest a little bit as well. So that's kind of there.
Do you think like last cycle, like in the same way, or do you think less?
No,
less.
It's going to be significantly less because we've already done it, kind of been there, done that type of thing. So like the same playbook usually hits a little bit less when you run it back, but it's still gonna have some sort of change, and especially when there's some clarity behind it as to who's going to receive it, etc.
See, for me, I think the Clarity Act makes the biggest difference because institutional money sitting on the sideline will wait for that regulation.
Yeah. And like we saw some like movements around that, I think this past week, right? The Uniswap fees, Coinbase's token launchpad. I think these guys know it's going to pass, right? Clarity Act's going to pass. And so they're really confident. So they're starting to ramp up their crypto offerings and products, and like how their kind of rewards work. I'm with you, Cats. I think that opens the floodgates for, like, I'm always waiting for the thing we're not expecting, right? Like when the AI meta came, we weren't expecting it. And we got to speculate like crazy because we didn't understand it, right? It was a new, fresh thing. But again, it was mostly because we didn't understand it. For me, I'm hoping, and it is hopium, but that the Clarity Act's like, guys, game on. Come here, innovate, go test stuff, go do some silly shit, and you're free to do it. We're not gonna destroy you. We're not gonna, like they had been doing. I really hope that brings builders in and do experimental stuff and like very rewarding things. Like not just token buybacks, but like super rewarding things. I don't know what they are. I can't even say because that's the point. I hope it's things that we're not expecting, that we haven't even kind of thought of, dreamed up yet. But we have really innovative people out there that have been too scared to build in crypto. But we saw what happened to taste of it a couple times, last cycle before, when people did come and start experimenting before they got stomped on. What did it look like? It looked like, NFTs that are valued in the, hundreds of ETH. It looked like that when we were speculating away because owning this equals whatever, right? It was silly maybe, but that dream that it can equal more than just holding a JPEG got us pretty damn excited to spend our money. And I hope that's what the Clarity Act passing brings back in some form. And I guess my bet, and it's a gamble, right? But my bet is that happens. So We'll see. Tyler put out a list of what he's bullish on still, and I'm with him here. Heading into easing cycle with quantitative easing and rate cuts. Yes, we probably have three-ish rate cuts, probably including if we get one in December. So probably at least 2 next year. Institutional adoption coming. Banks and 401ks not quite here. He's right. The 401ks I don't think are here yet. That to me is one of the biggest needle movers, right? We've talked about it here before. Retirement plans, investments can be put into crypto. That's multiple cats. Is it multiple trillion? It's a ridiculous amount of money.
Ridiculous. And I mean, we'll see what percent people actually do, but regardless, it's massive inflow with no outflow. I mean, people will leave it sitting there.
That's a great freaking point. Yeah, imagine if that money comes and it parks, and that money's like kind of out of circulation at that point. I think that is such a big catalyst that we don't talk enough about. So I'll just keep mentioning it, and as it becomes reality, we'll see how it actually plays out. But again, he mentions the Clarity Act. I'm with him there. I think that the building innovation that happens here more than moves the needle. We'll see. Increased ability to use Bitcoin and crypto as collateral. Again, moves the needle a little, but good. Stablecoin growth up and to the right. That does play a factor. I'll explain why, but I'll come back to it. Gold legging up 14x Bitcoin's market cap, and there will be a catch up at some point. That's more long term, 5-10 years. We see more of that catch up, and the maturing of altcoins with a focus on fundamentals and revenue generating protocols. Yeah. I'm with them on all of that. Most of it, I'm like 401ks, retirement stuff moves the needle. Collateral, maybe a little bit. Stablecoin growth is one of those things where we say often, okay, there's a lot more people coming to crypto. They're not coming for your bags. They're not. It's going to be in stablecoins. It's going to be using stuff. They're not buying your meme coins. They're not buying your NFTs, but it's like, it's not just some people coming. It's millions of people are going to start getting exposure to crypto, millions. And you can thank prediction markets for that too, but prediction markets, it's all the gambling stuff. It's also stable coins, just holding stable coins. Some of those people who hold it and feel like they own crypto now, they've got some exposure, are going to come and experiment with us and gamble with us. Most of these guys out there, big money guys, are filthy fucking degens and gamblers too. They are, and they're gamers, right? The more we age up this population, they're gamers. I think a good chunk of that, this new influx of millions of people, a good chunk of them are gamblers, are gamers, are going to get interested in this stuff we do. They are going to get interested in memes. They will get interested in NFTs. That keeps me kind of hopeful, optimistic about what can happen for our bags. Again, they're not coming directly for your bags, but over the next couple of years, they are. They're going to come do this with us. So I'm optimistic there too.
Yeah, we got to get into the prediction market stuff. Speaking of all that, so because
it's going to be interesting. I was about to say, right? Didn't the FanDuels and DraftKings, they're about to try to go toe to toe with Kalshi and Polymarket there with their integration. So we'll see how that plays out and what type of strategies they have aligned in there.
Well, more announcements. Like you were talking about gamification, like PrizePicks yesterday announced a collaboration with Kalshi now. Like you said, there's so many filthy rich degens that will absolutely gamble, and prediction markets is that onboarding.
Yeah, let's jump to that. And even starting with PrizePicks, I think is super interesting. Like, I don't bet, right? I don't like me dabbling in prediction markets is the first time I've ever like bet on stuff other than like, let's say fantasy football, right? But I don't bet on sports. Again, other than fantasy football, I don't know it. So I don't really understand PrizePicks, but I know that's a big partnership. And I see super normie streamers always shilling PrizePicks too. Who can give me the TLDR on PrizePicks?
Listen, if Katz is going to pretend he doesn't know, I got you. But pretty much PrizePicks, you can go ahead and and get like a parlay. Basically, you build a parlay, and you can pick. I believe you start with up to 3 games that you can win, and you can go all the way up to 10. And if you hit 10 separate events that happen, you can turn $1 into $500, $600, even thousands of dollars, right? So it's basically a built-in parlay mechanism with guaranteed payouts depending on how many events you pick, and you got to hit them all correctly. If you hit them all correctly, you get a nice payday.
Actually sounds pretty fun. Do you guys know, have they announced what the like partnership or integration looks like? Is it kind of like with
That I have.
DraftKings?
Well, I use DraftKings. I don't really use PrizePicks, so I'm not too familiar. Besides just kind of like the gist of what they do, and I did not see what the integration would be, but I assume that they're going to have mentioned markets on Poly and stuff like that available to build your parlay and your picks is what I would assume.
Okay. All right. Good shit there. I like it. Yeah, dude, Polymarket, but like we said at the beginning, like just flooded the timeline with partnerships this week. It's actually a weekly thing. It's like nonstop. This same with Kalshi too, but this was a Polymarket week. Okay, so they got the PrizePick partnership here. They had the Yahoo Finance partnership.
It's also interesting when both get like, so Kalshi had an announcement with PrizePicks too. So it's interesting when, yeah, it's interesting to me when, because I'm like, how does that work? And I guess for PrizePicks, I mean, I don't know, does it become aggregation? Like which prediction market has the best odds? Like I don't even know how that works. But
yeah, good point. It's not like they're totally different markets. You know what I mean? It's not like they're different topics or bets. It's just different liquidity pools, kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's one of these things too. Like X Factor was talking about, FanDuel just announced too. They have the FanDuel predict whatever market coming, but both them, like DraftKings and FanDuel, say they're staying out of sports and on the prediction market side. But there's no way that continues unless the laws change. I mean, if there's actual regulatory changes, because sports gambling is hurt right now by a lot of the laws on taxation of everything, whereas prediction markets are peer-to-peer, so they're taxed differently. So I don't know. We'll see. This is evolving quickly though.
Dude, okay, speaking of like sports betting, did you see the news? I think this is real. Sometimes you can't tell on X anymore what's real or not. Their NFL, I guess, banned betting on injuries, betting on single plays, and there was one other thing. Did you see that by chance?
Yeah, the MLB also there's a huge scandal going on with the MLB right now. Emmanuel Clase and a few other players got caught doing rigs of their individual pitches. So like the next pitch is going to be a ball, strike, whatever markets. People were betting thousands of dollars on one pitch events, and then the players had representatives kind of like bet for them, and they were making a quick buck. What they did was they capped it at $200, at least on the MLB side. So no more than $200 for per pitch events, like ball, strikes. Next hit is going to be a single, double, whatever the case may be. All that stuff is capped at $200 across major sports books.
So check this. Here's the Polymarket, I guess, announcement. NFL bans sportsbook prop bets on injuries, officiating, and single plays. If the NFL bans it, does that mean Polymarket can't create a market on specific things? Like,
I don't think so, man. Yeah. I think it's a prediction. It's not a bet, right? So that's kind of where
it's
so interesting.
It's so sports books. Prediction markets are not sports books.
Oh, okay. Dude, how bullish is that then for prediction markets that can offer these specific kind of markets?
But that's what I'm saying. There's so many like legal issues with sports books now, because again, sports books been around forever, and even in multiple states, you can't bet, like, whereas prediction markets you can bet in any state. That's why also, I mean, there's been stuff from FanDuel and DraftKings about this. It's like, how can people not be able to bet on our app in a state but be able to bet on sports with prediction markets? Like, what is happening? So they're coming out against it while also going ahead and like figuring out, crap, we just got to get on board.
Could you explain the difference between a sports book and then a platform like Polymarket? Like, again, I don't bet, so I don't know.
I mean, a sports book's a company, right? They take a rake. Like, the sports books set the odds, right? So they take a big rake of whatever you're putting in. Prediction markets take a fee on the platform, but they're not setting the odds, really. I mean, it's based on what people are predicting, right? It's peer-to-peer. So
there you go.
There's makers and takers.
PvP. Prediction market with PvP, basically. Everybody in prediction markets, the users set their own price, and it's all strictly based on the supply and demand, right? Whatever people are trading. On the sportsbook side, you have people that are paid a shit ton of money, risk managers, line setters or whatever the case may be, and you're going against them. With prediction markets, you're going against other people and the fluctuation of the book and the market.
And again, so bullish for prediction markets. It is. Again, they can just offer things that maybe a traditional, sports book can't. Crazy.
And I'm going to be the asshole in the room, right? Like, this is not going to go on forever without some sort of litigation. Unfortunately, in my opinion, from Las Vegas and all these other sports books, they're going to come in hard and try to even the playing fields a little bit, because at the end of the day, they're losing market share, and they're probably not very happy about that.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's what we're saying. And even so, just talking about the laws and regulations around this, and a lot, obviously we're talking about US stuff, right? But so I got an email from Kalshi last night about all the fees they're adding for market makers. Now I've talked about this many times on the show. That's literally the only way I bet on Kalshi, other than my, Billy Bets auto bets. But the only way I usually bet is by market making. And that's just simply like setting a buy order. Yeah, I always set it on the no side. I've explained all that, but now, and I've talked about how there's not fees in doing this. Well, now they're adding fees to all these, all they're adding maker fees to all these sides. And essentially from the explanation I saw, it's about, they're getting added to brokers. So in order to be able to do all this on brokerages like PrizePicks and stuff, they had to add those fees. I don't really know why. But I wasn't happy to see it. But right, I mean, but I'm saying I don't know why legally they had to add the fees, but they did it so that they've got even more volume coming in now from these other brokerages. So
I would venture to say that some of those fees would go back to those partnerships, to feed the other revenue models there. Yep.
So if they do start regulating like US based prediction markets, then you open up markets, you open up the opportunity for these like offshore prediction markets that are like really crypto powered, right? And you just get around it that you can't stop crypto, which is one of the most beautiful things. And they try, but I think we now have seen, they've seen it's a losing battle. You have to embrace it. But especially now with like the privacy meta, oh shit, down the road, okay, here it is. A prediction market that's completely private, right? It's using privacy tokens. It's, running through things like Tornado Cash and shit. Like, there's always gonna be ways around it. So you will always find ways to bet on things that maybe not legal here. We'll see. It'd be fun. I love, dude, the UFC news. I love that one. The UFC Polymarket partnership. Let me throw that up here. Fucking awesome. I love this. Here it is. Polymarket UFC announced multi-year partnership to bring prediction markets into live combat sports. Okay. During the fights, they're going to have live odds on like win, lose. I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be like NFL right now. You could bet on a specific move even, so, like that granular, which is cool as hell. But like, dude, that might be one of the most exciting kind of bets you could make. Cause like, how quickly does momentum swing in a fight like that? Right. Your guy gets fucking like dazed and all of a sudden odds swing the other way. Right. Those are gonna be really, really freaking exciting. You guys UFC fans, by the way?
I'm not, but I know it's a huge thing, but dude, court siding in that's going to be massive, because the delay, even a second delay, people you're going to see everybody on their phone at UFC events live betting the Polymarket because they're actually watching it in real time.
That's a good shout, dude. That's a real good shout, especially like if you overhear something in the corner, right? Coach talking to the fighter or whatever. Like, dude, yeah, these are going to be huge markets, I think, and they'll be really exciting. I mean, these fights, especially the big ones, are some of the most exciting sporting events, period. Just period. They're events. They're these things that they're like these like self-contained Super Bowls, and they happen often enough. They used to happen like regularly, and they're so fucking fun. So yeah, getting a bet on these individual fights, I think, is going to be so cool. But I can't wait to see what the odds look like live, and again, how drastically they swing and how much money you can make during it. Cool shit. They were ringing the bell at the New York Stock Exchange here Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, I think actually just yesterday. So you had the founder of Polymarket there. You had Dana White there. Who else was here? Other guys. You had other guys there too. It was really fucking cool. What is this? He's now second or third time ringing the bell, I think. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up. I know they hung the banner. Did he ring the bell before though? I feel like he has.
I don't know. I just remember the banner. But
yeah, well, maybe it's his first time. But again, huge. That for me was the coolest announcement we got this week from Polymarket. Did they have another big one? I know Kalshi had the big one. We were talking before we went live, but Kalshi partnering with Coinbase. I don't know exactly what that looks like. I don't know if it's going to be similar to what they're doing with like Robinhood. Any details on that?
yeah, I didn't see any details. I mean, and I also don't even really understand. It says Kalshi users can now deposit and transfer USDC. Well, you could do that before. So I don't know if that means directly from your Coinbase account. Look at Goon showing up. Love it, man. But I just feel like there's some massive potential for expansion with that partnership.
Big time. Let's see who joined. Leo. Oh, he left, but we had Leo on stage for a minute. Dude, if you want to come back up, just request. That goes to anybody. Again, it's the community show. Anybody who wants to get in on the chat, come over to the spaces, and just request over there. What else do we have? Were there any other big announcements I missed this week? Kalshi, Polymarket, Predict Base Limit. Any of the big boys?
I think we covered it.
Nice. Quick look at the market, and then we'll actually go look at some of the markets directly here. Weekly notional volume down last week, and this runs, I think, a week behind, but down last week after the previous week was an all-time high. Not surprised. This is the whole, people don't have money. Actually, Choina said this just a minute ago. He's right, dude. He's right. Nobody has any money. Some of my IRL friends can barely pay their bills. They ain't gambling, dude. So, like, yes, and I see very similar, right, around me. And also, like I've told you guys, my wife will do just on the side, she'll do like shipped, right, like grocery deliveries, and she tells me how much it's changed. Either people aren't using it, or when they do it, their orders are different. And people tell her when she's, dropping off their groceries, they just got what they could afford, and what they could afford is like scary. Like it's not much. And this is it's scary, right? I don't know if it's being done justice out there, like on the timeline, how rough it is for a lot of people, but it's pretty fucking rough. And that's why it's scary that it feels like it can get much, much, much worse. So fuck, boys. We'll see. We'll see here. Prediction market volume also down this week. We did hit an all-time high with transactions. So number of transactions ticked an all-time high. So that's cool. Again, volume-wise, no, but looking pretty darn strong. Users pulled back a little bit, but basically basically at that all-time high level. So it's still tons of people using it more than ever. It's just the dollar value of those bets a little less this week. So Choina, when people run out of hope, many turn to. So now that Choina, that's the X factor. If we get these stimmies, I'm with you guys where I think they matter, but I don't think they matter as much. Not like last cycle, except if people are so desperate. It's like, I got $2,000. That's going to run out in a week. But if I go gamble, if I go all in on this token or gamble and whatever, if I can 5x it or 3x it, that does change things for me. And so you might get the scenario where people gamble away that stimmy, because otherwise it's kind of meaningless for them. It gets them like a couple of weeks of padding, and that's it. So China, we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, that money might be used for gambling a lot. Glebo, OpenSea Wave 2 finished tomorrow. It's a nothing burger, right? Nobody cares. Nobody's talking about it. The rewards are a third, I think, of what they were last time. Yeah. It's yeah. And that actually, not to get us off track, but that's what gets me thinking about, we were talking about catalysts still coming. One of the catalysts is all these token airdrops coming. Pump and Abstract and Mask, and I know there's a big one I'm forgetting. Base, even, we don't know if it's an airdrop. But anyway, if the market's not great, the airdrops can be kind of meaningless, right? Nobody will care. It's not going to be worth anything. I'm a little worried about that too. So we shall see. Let's look at Predict Base, and I'm kind of curious what markets are cooking over there, if anything. And also with Polymarket, let's just peek at some trending markets. Start with Polymarket. I did buy some shares of will Bitcoin reach 140 by the end of the year. It's not looking good, but it's getting cheap. And I'm not playing for it to actually hit 140. I'm playing for those odds to go up. I like it at 12 cents. If I liked it at 20 cents, I fucking love it at 12 cents. So I still think this can get to around 30. And I think we could hit 140 this year. I do. I think that could happen. Every day the chances get lower, and a day like today, especially, lower and lower. But I think those odds swing. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Choina is just hitting buy orders in the comments as Bitcoin keeps going lower.
Choina's smart. He knows what he's doing. The only thing I don't love here, love the market, love the price right here. The liquidity is tricky, right? If I want to buy a couple $100 worth. So if I buy, let's go $200, $250 worth, my average buy price is no longer like the 12 cents it's at right now. My average buy instead is at 20 cents. It's a pretty big swing. So I've just been basically DCAing into it. I've been buying in like $50 little chunks, and I should probably do more like $10, 20 or something, but I still like the bet. I still think we'll be at, again, 30 is my target. We'll see. You touching this one at all, Cats or X Factor? Anybody playing this?
Dude, I've been doing the same with you. Every week when we look at this, I end up buying some. Quit showing it to me.
20 I might throw $20 at it. Then my average cost is at 13.7. I don't hate that at all. But again, I'm just playing that it goes up. We get some kind of turnaround. I think people FOMO into that thing.
There's so much volatility, man, that it could rip up the same way that it's just tanking down, right? So I think it's a good bet. And of course, this is why prediction markets have a built-in edge, right? Like you see any sort of price movement in the direction that you're on, and you can cash out and make a nice little profit. So it doesn't need to get to 140K. It's just, at 12 cents or whatever, what was it? At 12 cents or whatever the case might be. Yeah, you're positioned to make a nice little bag, dude, if there's a little movement in the right direction.
See, but Hudah, this is why, for me, the order books coming to predict base matter, because now if I can put that order in on no and get filled at 12 cents, then I'm immediately putting a sell order at 24 cents, and I just made 2x, and it's going to get back to 24 cents at some point. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where the order books come in, and that's where it matters. That's how I play Kalshi too.
And they have that coming in. Predict Base does.
Predict Base has order books coming soon. Yes.
Do you know how far off? And like, what are the other things? I know they were on just 2 weeks ago, or was that last week, dude, or was it the week before?
Yeah, it was just last week.
Wow, holy shit, man, that's crazy. Okay, we rattled.
I don't know the specific time frame, but I think potentially this month.
So, oh, okay. Well, we only got 2 weeks to go in the month, so
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
We'll see.
Volume's crazy low on Predict Base, and again, we saw even on like the big platforms, just down across the board. Volume's just down. Predict Base always look, and I like to do a review of how the platform's going. And it's going just fine, but dude, we had some days here with like under 6,000 in volume, under 6K. Just it's to Choina's point. People don't have money, and especially crypto people. And I'll say this: Base is not a whales ecosystem. It's just not. We saw this on virtuals. There's some whales. Like, don't get me wrong. There's definitely some people.
I was like, hold on a second, buddy. Base is building some things, bro. The momentum is shifting, and there's a lot of money being moved to Base. So let's give them some flowers.
Dude, yes, abso-fucking-lutely. But it's like you compare them to like the Solana. It's like hey, we could quantify this somehow. It's probably worth putting some time and digging. But like, if you're comparing number of whales, you know what I mean? I just have a feeling, and I'm just going by virtuals, just feeling out that market, knowing it well enough, right? You're starting to get some whales back there, but we felt what it looked like. We felt it when they left, right? And I just feel like there's not the same kind of whales over here yet. But yeah, that's not a comment about the building and the cool ass products. Like Base is actually, dude, you know what's funny? Base is turning into pretty much my favorite ecosystem now. Are you guys on the same page here? I mean, I love Base, but I think it's turning into my favorite.
I'm a full Base maxi at this point.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of what they're building. The team too, man. There's just good people over there, sharp people. So that's awesome. And the Base app is buggy, but the vision and what they're trying to do, and the fact that you can post content on it and you almost have immediate gratification. Like right now it's like 16-20 cents or whatever the case may be, right? But I think there's something there for creators in the future as the platform grows, that you literally make a post and you can make money immediately. I think there's value there, significant value.
Jesse put out a tweet yesterday about that. Actually, he's like, you tokenize, because he's the tokenize everything guy. I'm with him too. I'm totally with him. Tokenize fucking everything. I have like a little problem, and this is not a Jesse thing. This is in any founder. When people talk about do a thing you can make money, and they want to like take credit for that kind of, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just being super like general here. But like if a project is like, we did this thing and we made this many people like this much money and we drove value, I don't love that, dude. Because I always want to say, man, when people are making money, the obvious thing, right? The other side is there's a bunch of people losing money, and they never want to own that. Nobody wants to own that how many people probably had to lose money for the other guys to make it. So I never love when people talk about making money by people gambling on your shit, because it's like half the story and the other half is shitty. I don't know.
Yeah, but more to your point as far as the whale stuff, if you look at blockchain TVL, Ethereum's TVL is 121 billion. The second is Tron at 8 billion. Like Ethereum has whales, right? Like there are whales in Ethereum. Base is at 881 million, right? Not billion. So like, but again, it's coming up. Like Base is number 8 now. So it's everyone's building there, but it doesn't mean everyone's there yet. I think is more your point.
Yep. Yeah, exactly that. Speaking of Base, have we gotten any news about Base token and airdrops, or like, is anybody starting to think there's no airdrop and instead it's the token sale on the new Base launchpad? Starting to wonder.
Well, it could be both though.
Yeah.
Because that's what Monad's doing. There's a bunch of people getting an airdrop and they're doing the token sale on Coinbase.
It's a good point. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, really good point. So
I could totally see that happening though. That would make a ton of sense.
Yeah, that would be cool. The Coinbase launchpad's kind of interesting because I think they're doing it different. Like they keep saying do it different, like less extractionary or whatever. And it's like, but how do you do that? Like this might sound dumb and I'm probably reading it wrong, but I kind of think you do that by what you penalize people like Virtuals did if you sell in the first 30 days, right? So the jail thing Virtuals used to do, Coinbase is kind of doing. The other thing I think is if you cap people's allocations or their buys and you just get more people in, but at like way less token, does that encourage you to hold more? If you only got $10 worth or $20 worth, like, is it even worth selling, or do you just hold it and hope the thing goes parabolic? I don't know why, but I think I'm reading into some of the comments and posts out there, but I'm like, I think it's going to be smaller buys that you can even do, right? And that's why they're offering the 5x multiplier if you sign up for Coinbase One. I think they really want to incentivize that. Again, I'm probably reading into it, but I'm not convinced I'm wrong.
No, I mean, it makes sense for distribution though.
Yeah. I think that's their game. Get it in way more people's hands, but just way, way, way fewer tokens, and hold your $20 instead of giving you 2,000. You definitely want to sell your couple grand, but your $20, you're probably less likely to sell. So again, now I'm thinking about that and based on whatever. We'll see how it plays out. Kind of early for that. Okay. We're looking at Polymarket. I'm just scrolling through trending markets here. It's the Fed decision in December. 91 million volume, dude. Jesus. Can you sort this by volume? Yeah, I guess it already is. Big Super Bowl market here. Any of these markets caught your eyes over the past week here, Cats or X Factor?
Super Bowl markets? I mean, the Dolphins obviously are going to win it this year, so just kidding. We're cooked. No, I haven't explored it, man, honestly. The early favorite for me when I was looking at it, I liked the Green Bay Packers at the beginning of the year, and I liked the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I just, Baker Mayfield's kind of him. He's got that dog in him. So I don't know where the odds sit now, but that's kind of the two that I had value at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, they got KC, I think, on top at 13%. And then the Rams, Eagles at 11, Buffalo at 10. So, dude, I miss watching football. I miss it. I haven't watched in years, but fun market. Dude, my favorite kind of markets though, like that stuff's cool. It's cool. But I saw a market here about Elon Musk number of tweets today. That's the shit I like. I like the stuff that most people don't have an edge, like some people, but I don't know. I just like that stuff. What it is I like the stuff that resolves fast. Okay, that one's for a week, but I like that stuff that's kind of like instant gratification, same day, same hour, whatever. I love that shit. So, fun market. What else? House passes, Epstein disclosure. I don't know. Some fun markets there. We need money, man. We need money so we can go degen. Pumpcade. We'll wrap up prediction markets in a second here, but Pumpcade, dude, all over my timeline. I've not even gone on the website. How familiar are you guys with Pumpcade? Is it worth like our attention?
I hadn't even seen that.
No shit. Really? Okay. This comes from what's his name? PopCap. So like, ex Twitter, crypto Twitter influencer dude, kinda. But prediction market paired with like any token. And these are meant to be like really, really fast markets too. Like maybe even like, minutes. So I'll at least put it on your radar because I'm seeing a lot of there's some hype behind it. We'll say that. And I think they got a token out that's at like, well, as of a few days ago, I know it was at like 10 mil. I don't know what it's at right now, but it's got some motion. I'll say that. Pop punk. That's what it is. Pop punk. So yeah, worth diving into. I see a lot of talk about it, but we'll see. Solo dev too. Just one dude who, again, he's got motion, so he's got this in front of a lot of people. So we'll see.
I mean, me personally, everybody has their own things they like, right? Obviously, like I'm much more into the sports markets and do a lot of that. But like I suck as a trader, dude. I mean, I'm just getting wrecked over and over on the Butler every day, right? So like, why am I gonna go do a prediction market on a coin? I'm gonna pick the wrong thing and just lose money. Like, yeah. That's why it doesn't interest me personally, but I'm sure it will plenty of people.
It's literally why I'm stabled up right now, though. It's like just I am only going to play when it's easy mode, and especially now, dude, it's not easy mode. It's so hard to trade right now. Some of you guys are great at it, I get it, but I'm with you.
I mean, I'll be fully transparent though. Like I have my stables and stuff and do yields. I get airdrops. I mean, I got $1,000 VPay airdrop, right? Like I use airdrops to farm more. Like when it comes to virtual stuff, like I'll put it into Butler, exchange it, wash all the, that's what we're incentivized to do right now. And then when the next week's airdrops come, I do the same thing. I just compound that and use that as all my play money.
Smart man. All right. X Factor. Oh, okay. One last thing about prediction markets. Profex. Let me put it up on the screen. Profex is a perps prediction market. So trade outcomes with leverage, which we know, which it's coming to predict base, I think soonish too. Don't know when.
Yeah, it is. Again, anybody dealing with leverage right now, you're asking to be just wrecked.
And you'll get the one success story out of it. The guy
you will
did 100,000 and everybody's going to funnel into that shit.
Absolutely.
Have fun. But there we go. X Factor, do you do the AI stuff? Like, are you a virtuals guy too?
Oh yeah, man. I was very early into the virtuals ecosystem and made some good money there. Have some good friends, good relationships. I'm actually working with a project right now that's literally doing AI and robotics, and I'm huge into the field. Very excited about the future of it. I think we're significantly early on this AI meta too. The prediction markets meta and the AI meta, I think, could be a catalyst to carry us forward here in crypto and make some big things happen.
Love that. Who are you working with? Can you share?
Yeah, of course. It's a company called Zyber. We are a full-blown, pretty much operating system for agents to just thrive, whether it's in Web 2 and robotics or in Web 3. We give you the rails to do whatever the hell you want, basically, with an agent. So we have the ecosystem in place. We're about to go TGE here very soon. There's a little bit of an InfoFi campaign that we're cooking up in the background, so you guys are going to see a lot more of us in the timeline. The team's 9 developers strong, about 30 people deep on the team. So they've been building, dude, for about over a year. And, they tapped me as the head of growth now to go ahead and magnify the project and get some eyeballs on it. So just focused on raising awareness and getting that ecosystem thriving. But certainly going to see a lot more of them.
Love it, dude. Dude, when they're getting ready for TGE or launch, hit me up. I would love to get them on the show, get you on the show, the AI stuff.
Absolutely, man. The team would love that. We're gonna be doing multiple spaces and also like business discussions about AI and how they can contribute to Web3 businesses, or even have agentic swarms on doing companies, right? Like the issue is you can have agents, where the thing is people don't realize that you can literally have agents doing what we do in Web 2 in Web3 and just have it fully autonomous, right? So we have the rails and the tools to make that happen, and we're very excited to talk about it. So yeah, we would love that, bro. Long story short, slide into my DMs and let's set something up.
I love it, dude. I feel at my plums that thing, the autonomous like economy is just about here. I really, really do. I mean, I think we've just been so early the past year, some expecting it to have happened. That was me for a little while, and then getting again, like we're just starting the 1999, analogy, internet 1990. I feel like that was really real, but I think we're getting close to this actually happening. Hang on. There was just an announcement, prediction market stuff. Sorry, trying to get off it, but trade prediction markets on PrizePicks. Oh, so they've partnered with Kalshi now too.
Dude, that's what I said earlier. That's why I was confused. Yeah. Because that's why I was like, how do they both, especially with him, ICOB saying all event contracts listed on are Kalshi contracts. I'm like, but they announced Polymarket too. I don't.
Oh, dude. Okay. Now you're saying it. We talked about it. I'm retarded. Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't click, but yeah.
That's why I was saying, I don't understand how that works. Like,
we'll find out. We'll fucking find out. All right. So moving on to AI, I'll tell you a couple things I'm worried about, and then we'll get to the fun shit. Okay. We had all these comments from the Fed this week, and most of it was like tariff rate cut, blah, blah, all that stuff, right? They made some comments about AI. Nothing crazy, nothing bad, but also stuff that shakes the foundation a little, right? Saying too soon to know what'll happen with AI. And that applies to everything. That's talking like the value of these AI companies. It's talking about when the tech becomes like as disruptive as we know it will be. But like, I listen to like some normie streams and shows, right? Like I was listening to Tim Pool this week, and there's a couple things. Him talking about, I think it was like losing jobs to AI, right? And this has been a talk actually like kind of everywhere that we've seen these job cuts already starting to happen, that AI is replacing jobs already. When I remember hearing in the past few weeks that there's no data to support that at all, that there's really hardly any job loss to AI. What it really is there's not as many hirings because of AI, which I totally buy. I totally buy it because when I used to do my research without AI, let's say what took me 10 hours takes me like 3 or 4 hours now. It has definitely cut down my research time. Definitely, like no doubt about it. So I start thinking about that at any, business. I guarantee it has made just about everybody more efficient at their job. And that does lead to, not that they're firing people, cutting jobs, but just that right now they're starting to hire less. And there's other factors there too, but it's having the impact. It's not crazy yet, but yeah, we had the Fed saying that again, too soon to know what happens with AI. They were saying as well, here we go. Time will tell if valuations for AI firms are right. Again, just like uncertainty there. This is the one that really caught me though. Don't know how patient AI investors will be to wait the decade needed. Okay, I've been doing this whole 5-year time frame, 2030, all that. It's probably more like 10 years out. We'll see. Who fucking knows? But
so it sounds like the Feds are flooding our bags here, right? But this is actually a very interesting point on discussion, man. Because one of the biggest disconnects that we have in Web3 and with AI, I think, is that in Web3 we're used to just gratification and wins happening in weeks, in months, and people don't understand that the stuff that we're building on the AI side has a significantly longer time frame. I think you're absolutely right, man. Somewhere along the lines of 3 to 5 years for a project that's actually building something meaningful to have some impact, and that's a narrative that needs to be kind of taught and the CT trained on really quick for them to adapt. That's going to be an interesting challenge to tackle for sure.
Yeah. The other part Tim Pool was talking about, it was yesterday. It was like this wicked doomer stream just saying how we're so fucked because there's no young people coming into the workforce and they're not going to be able to support, the older generation. I'm like, but AI is kind of the fix for that, right? We're going to have less people in the workforce, but AI makes up all that lost productivity. So I'm excited for it. It's part of the fix, and I know people are scared of it, and it's unavoidable. Oh, dude, speaking of scared cats, I know you had something to say. There's a crazy viral tweet, something people are freaked the fuck out about. I'm curious if you guys saw, but Kaz, what did you have?
Well, I mean, are AI investors are crypto AI investors included? Is that us too? Like,
I think he wasn't talking about us.
I know he wasn't talking about us, but I'm just saying, because that's what X Factor's, alluding to is like, all of us putting money into AI tokens. We're like, all right, out of this one into the next one. So, but at the same time, I personally, and we've had tons of discussions over this, but if a product actually makes sense for real world, not crypto world, real world revenue, I don't mind leaving a bag parked there and just leave it and just see what happens. It's essentially starting investing in a startup at that point. So there's huge risk, but it's one of those things. Like if any of these ones hit, man, huge potential. But again, that's going to take years, not days.
Yep. Good take. I'm with you. Okay. This I think is so fucking cool. It's so Black Mirror. Okay, without me even saying what it is, did you guys see a super viral video?
I already know it, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. Well, and we obviously know this project very well. I mean, loved it on your show. But listen, I love this. This actually made more sense to me and clicked with me to like actually want to use this product more than anything I've ever seen in all the research I've done on it, which is weird to say, but it actually made sense to me. Go ahead.
I'm with you, dude. Okay, for you guys listening, again, you can watch the video on the Swarm_AI. Okay, this is Callum Worthy, who is the founder of a project called Two Way. Had him on the show in July. They launched a token on virtuals back in July. And the way it was promoted back then is it's kind of for like actors, actresses. It's also for like streamers to launch a digital twin. It's just a way for your fans to engage with you and talk to your avatar. And any normal person can do it too, but you can digitize yourself, turn yourself into like an AI agent. And it's that simple. He puts out a tweet like 3 days ago that's so dystopian. It's so Black Mirror. It's a lady on her phone talking to her her mom. It's her mom and telling her mom about she's pregnant. So she's showing her mom her belly. And then it goes to this kid growing up and the kid then talking to his grandma at that point.
Who's dead?
Who's at that? Yeah. So she's dead. And it's basically you live on as AI and it's weird as shit. This thing has got 17.5 million views and it's got everybody fucking screaming and crying. And how dare you? You're like literally calling him the devil. You're a psychopath. This is so fucked up. Everybody's terrified of this shit. And I'm like, I think
it's awesome.
Fucking awesome. I get it, dude. I get it. It's scary where we're going. And it's just like with the jobs thing. I don't care if it's scary. Stop being a bitch. It's coming no matter what. Embrace it. Learn how to get comfortable with it because this is where it's going. Like this is a comment on you if you're scared, not on the tool, right? It is. Okay. I can also argue the other side. I can do the other side, okay? If this is there to get you in your feels, just to fill a hole in you, right? An emotional thing. Drugs do that. I couldn't argue that drugs are good. Some drugs are actually pretty awesome. But I can't argue that like narcotics are good, right? I can't do it even if it feels good and it's filling a hole. Right? It's not good. So maybe I could argue the same for here. I could do this with so many things. Argue both sides very passionately. I'm not good to take a side, but the tech is cool.
I think it's awesome. Not just because I don't want to go down a bad rabbit hole here. This is so divisive. But like, okay, like I'm not trying to be political, but I just want to use an example, right? What if Charlie Kirk had created his avatar before this? His kids don't get to grow up knowing their dad, right? A soldier, right? What if a soldier going off to war could create their avatar, and then if something happens, they get to, their kid gets to interact with them when they otherwise would have never gotten to. Like, yep. I think that's really freaking cool. Like, now, obviously, it doesn't replace the person, but compared to only getting to look at pictures, when you can actually talk to them, I know it's on a phone and I know it's not real and all that, but versus never getting to talk to that person again and just getting to look at a picture, I think that's amazing. Like, I think that's amazing technology. Obviously, we all know it's not real, but it's more real than not getting to have any interaction with that loved one ever again.
Ooh, I feel it's hard. Okay, there's a video of my dad I go back to sort of regularly, and this is from like 20 years ago, and it's him being a goofball dancing to Dancing Queen. And I just put it on, and it's like, it gets me. It just gets me. I'm like, imagine if you can get new versions of that. You know what I mean? Just new, and it's not a thing that happened. It's just a new thing. And I know it's not real, but it would make me happy. It would just make me really happy.
Exactly.
And I get why some people are scared of that, but I think you have as many people, maybe not as many people, but some people would like that. They would. Where it gets scary is I'm glad you said this. You know, it's not real. Here's what's weird. We're getting to a point here where I think a lot of people don't know what's real or don't care what's real, and they let those not real things guide them. And I think that's like a big problem in society.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what life is. Like life is like Grand Theft Auto now because people have gotten all this like what's real online is not real IRL, but they don't know the difference anymore in a way. I get people who are scared. I get that side of it. But like I say, it's coming no matter what. We're evolving. Like humans are evolving. And this is like what we're evolving towards. And it's crazy as shit, but it's coming. Like get ahead of it. For whatever reason, for many reasons, get ahead of it. One of those reasons financial too, but it's not the only reason, right? But this is pretty wild. Anyway, cool video. It's a cool video. Super viral on virtuals. We're gonna see a lot more viral products coming out of virtuals too, like Giga Viral. This is now the biggest one, right? Most viral thing out of virtuals.
But what did it do for the A-Way token?
Oh, good question. Nothing. I'm guessing.
I'm sure nothing. I haven't looked. And here's the like, you know, I'm again not trying to fud my bags, but like, this is what I always say. Why does it need a token? That like, there's no token necessary for that.
Well, what's funny there too, dude. Okay,
look, it's gone down. It's gone down.
Oh wow.
Bro needs to fud his bags. I'm not trying to fud my bags. Fuds his bags.
But I mean, again, like most of this stuff that it doesn't need a token. That's why I don't even hold that token anymore. Like, I mean, I saw that coming. But
what's extra crazy there, cats, though? Okay, so nothing needs a token. Mostly, most things don't need a token. But we say, well, what's the value of a token? It's just the attention. It's just monetizing attention. Well, that's not always the case, too. Okay, tons of attention, 17 million views, token price down. There's more to it than just attention to them. That's crazy, dude. Crazy. Yeah, that token's at 166K.
Now, if he put out with that if you want to be able to use this technology, you need to hold the A-Way token, then price would have been different.
If you don't want us to digitize your grandma, then buy 100,000.
There you go. If you don't want this to happen, you have to hold the token too.
Dude, that would be the most brilliant fucking marketing. And they should do it. They should go on people's timelines, take pictures of their grandmas, and turn them into avatars.
Oh,
you can only delete it by burning 100,000 A-Way tokens.
This could go really viral or really terribly, but you know, you got to take risks, you got to take shots, gentlemen. I do got to jump though, but it's been a pleasure. Hudah, let's and Cats, let's talk. I'd love to be on the space more from the Zyber perspective. This has been a hell of a show, man. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys.
Get you on during the weekday on the for a spotlight.
Have a good one, man. Peace.
Later.
My virtual granddad could join me in AR to football. Yeah, I mean, yes. And again,
Dude,
like
seriously,
it would be
Join
pretty
us onto
cool.
something. Now just throw on your meta glasses and you know, here we go.
You know, it's like, again, I don't think it's a bad thing. You will have fake, someone who's never been a human, a brand new character avatar that'll be there with you too, and you'll be attached to it as well. Like, it's such a bigger conversation. It's not just a human reborn. It's also gonna be fake people who never existed that you'll also feel are kind of real too. It's just, this is where we're going. It's kind of cool. And it's, again, very Black Mirror-y. Okay, we had some cool launches on virtuals this week. This was one of our better weeks on virtuals. Like, fuck the tokens. As far as products coming out, this is a really good stretch for virtuals. Top 5 or 6 week. Like, it's up there. It's a really good week for virtuals. We had, let's see. Actually, this just went live today. The what is it? The audit. What's their name? Audit Oracle. I'll come back to this one in a minute. That just went live. But we had UFX went live a couple days Wednesday. Dude, time warp. Which I love. We'll talk about them. Butter Liquid went live, 1.45 mil FDV. Luna went live. Will and Luna in a cage match. Reply Corp went live. Cucumber Trade went live. And I think this was last week, but PRXVT, I think last week. Okay. Maybe if I back this up to say the past like 2-ish weeks have been, let's back it up to when small things came out. So yeah, past 2 weeks have been like really good launches. Nothing melting faces, not a lot of opportunities for profit, some, but not a lot. Like, really small window for profit in any of these right now. I'm surprised with Reply Corp being kind of so low, and it's actually a totally fine market cap in this market, totally fine, like actually good. But 1.6 mil is about all we can muster in this market here. So
the thing, I actually really love Reply Core. And I've been putting into the public pool. I mean, I've made almost 30,000 reply in 2 days just from that pool. And you know, obviously it's going to keep going down the more people that put in it. But to me, again, this is one of those products that, you know, virality matters. And if you're able to create viral moments for real world products, and then that directly goes back to burning the token, it makes so much sense to me. So I'm like, man, like this is, for me, it's a time to stack that token on a bet on a startup. Like the product makes sense to me, so I really like it. But you know, who knows? Maybe it all goes to zero. Maybe everything goes to zero. But at least there's a direct correlation to their product and the token. Like those are the things I like.
yeah, they're very close to having the thing figured out, and they might have already. I'll tell you what I still don't like, and I thought it wasn't going to apply here. Like we've always talked about this. I don't like fake engagement, but I'm like, if the fake engagement is coming, like, and it's attached to like a product, you know what I mean? Like it's like marketing. I don't have like a perfect thought on this yet. I can just go. It's a feels thing. Fake engagement, I don't like if it's fake for the sense of for the sake of farming and nothing else. This one doesn't feel like totally for the sake of farming. It doesn't, but it's close enough where I've seen the tweets out here. Like, here's how it works, and you could probably explain it better. But if somebody tweets and they're tagging Reply Corp, if you reply and you also tag it or put the ticker or whatever, you get a share of the rewards for the next like day or it's something like that, right?
Well, it connects those accounts. And so yeah, you all get into your reply web together, and you can be connected. And again, for users like that are trying to be incentivized on that, yes, you can get a share of, you know, if you're getting into the pool and all that stuff. There's like multiple different vectors. But I like they haven't launched any of the products yet. Like none of the product campaigns are going yet. So when people want all that attention, like when actual real world products want the attention, and they have that technology built in to where, and because again, it's not just going to be Twitter, it's going to be Instagram and, you know, Facebook, and like Facebook normies will absolutely eat this up. Like this, I don't know, that's where I see more potential than even just X. Like all of us crypto degens, like we're just worried about price go up. But when you're looking at freaking ads on Facebook, I can't even get on Facebook. It drives me crazy. But like all that stuff, this is where that's going to cook. Because that's what drives attention, and that's what, you know, people sit on, like Facebook and Instagram like that.
You know what's kind of cool, dude? Couple points here. Something like this could do even better on Facebook or another like crypto, like crypto lives on Twitter. It just does. I know there's pockets of it elsewhere, but if you can get this in front of normies who, for them, if they can make $5 is more than they've made in crypto ever, and it's free to them, they're like, oh, I made money. And it's, again, a couple bucks is like game changing to them. And, you know, if you more than that, even more game changing, this could do really well there. Okay. I like the product. When this is back to like the incentivized engagement. When I see a product I like and then there's fake engagement, it turns me off. Incentivized, it just does. This is across the board. If I see stuff that isn't like, it's organic, but there's a part of it that's not, it's part of the mechanic. It does something to me. I couldn't even say exactly why and what, but like I see it and it turns me off. I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like seeing replies that I know aren't, it wouldn't be there if it wasn't incentivized. Like that simple. That reply wouldn't be there if that person wasn't going to earn something from it. It might be stupid. It might be stupid to feel that way, but I do. I just do. And I bet I'm not alone. And at some point, I think that affects a project. I think I'm not totally sure, but I think it does. If I associate a bad feel every time I see that project's name, like not a great thing.
I get that on CT, but as a company, as a Web2 company, you want to see numbers, right? Like you want to see engagement, you want to see all that. So it's more than botted engagement, because now you know, if you have people, if that leads to conversion, that's the data that matters. And I think that's where this changes, because if, you know, like honestly, the Nike example is what made it click to me, right? If you now have a product that is forcing you to go to their website and it's not converting, it doesn't matter. But if you're able to do that as a storefront right there on social media, and it's actually creating conversion where people are then buying the product, and your, the reply core stuff is what led it to that, that's what matters. Like, conversion numbers will matter more than any fake engagement. And I think this has the potential to lead to that. And that's why, again, all this is risky, right? This is all investing in startups, but the concept makes a lot more sense to me. And again, it doesn't make sense to me in the crypto sense, but when products are launching, they're actually taking, again, they don't see the, $ reply side of it. They are seeing, US dollars, and they can, on the back end that gets converted. That's not a product, paying in crypto. It's a real world product that's getting conversion and paying for that conversion. And then that actually on our side of things is converting back to the token.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it too. It's one of the more interesting things that's launched on virtuals, like, period. Like, it makes a lot of sense. So that's the first unicorn I got into. So I'm in, I'm not selling. I got it in the pool. I'm going to keep earning and keep putting it back in. And we'll keep,
at this point, I'll just keep compounding it until, we see what happens. And again, this is one of those things. It's not going to be instantaneous. Like, over the next 6 months to 12 months, if, we'll know, like, if this doesn't end up converting, that's all just going to zero and we just lost our money.
Yep.
That's the risk you play in any of this stuff. But I just think, and again, at this point, like, I've bought plenty. I'm way down on my buys. But I'll just keep compounding it in that pool to get, earn fees, whatever. And how much you earn is going to go obviously down and down. People are going to be putting into the pool more. But I just think it has enough potential to where, okay, I'll just keep compounding it, keep earning. And then eventually, like, if this is going to work out, that interest that I've made compounding all that's going to be worth well more than I ever put into it. So that's, my play on it.
I like it. On the show this week, I'm trying to remember again. Cucumber Trade, yes. Reply Corp, yes. UFX, yes. There's one other. Oh, Repo, which is coming up next week. Repo, spicy. I'll get to that one next. But UFX, I like a lot. It's UFO, UAP stuff. I dig it. I just dig it. I eat that stuff up. I do. Gating all this research that's all compiled in one place. It doesn't exist out there. It just doesn't. It's like, as old as like UFO stuff has been, it always sat in this like corner of the internet that was like always, okay, it's like gaming was 20 years ago. You're a fucking nerd if you gamed. You just like, you were like an outcast. UFO stuff was that until like 5 or 6 years ago. It was like, you were a weirdo if you spent any time and enjoyed that as a hobby. And now it's getting normalized. But it's just that sector's still kind of young, where you see there's video game sites and they're super professional, a lot of money behind it, right? Easy to research games now. UFO stuff is going in that direction, but it isn't there yet. And so a site like this, where it's compiling all that info, has an LLM or agent that helps you research things too, they're kind of at the front of that, or can be at the front of that as they build out the platform here. So like, I see the potential there if they gate access to the data by the token, which is basically what it is. It's just a gated platform. There's something there. So I like it. I didn't actually even get on the pre-sale. Yeah, if yesterday wasn't so brutal, I would have, but or Wednesday, whenever. But I like it a lot. I'm gonna keep, I guess, playing with it, like using it as they launch more features and get the research like really dialed in there. I will actually be using it, and I like it. I just like this one. They got Nick. I need to go back and watch Nick's stream. Nick is working with them and did a UFO stream yesterday, and I got to go check and see if he used the site to like talking points and pulled up some data. But again, I like it. I would keep my eyes on that one just because I think there's potential there. And then I'll skip Audit Oracle because I don't know enough to like have any feel for where that one's going. But I will say this: Repo yesterday kind of got.
By the way, you got to quit calling it Repo. It's Repo.
It's Repo.
He kept saying Repo during the thing too, because Repo has like repossession doesn't sound good. Yeah, it's Repo. So that's why it's got 2 P's.
Well, I'm like repository. Repo.
Repository. Yep.
Hey, dude.
Because repo sounds bad, but I mean that's on them for naming it that.
That's
But
a head fuck right there. It's like one of those things you're like, oh well, that makes sense. Okay, repo.
friendly, heads up. Yeah,
Fuck.
because he kept calling it repo, and I'm like, well, repo makes more sense because repo sounds bad.
Yeah. Okay. God damn it. All right. Repo. Do they feel like different to you? Like also like kind of a different level, like like good quality
Listen,
thing?
it's not did they feel like I was like, I have no idea what this guy's talking about,
There we
and it seems awesome. But I am so confused on what he's saying. But I do think that data matters and people sell data, and I think all that matters. And so I'm really bullish, and I've been farming Butler heavier this week just so I can get a bigger airdrop.
That's amazing, dude. So it reminds me then like of BitTensor, which I was trying to find the parallels, and they're there. It's not perfect. Like I even put this in Grok and ChatGPT. I'm like, how are these similar? Because I'm like, there's some similar terms there, but that doesn't mean much, right? Because you can use words for different things. Like they can use mining, and it means something different than mining on a blockchain or something, right? But they still use the term. So they also use like subnets and nodes and shit. They use some other terms that BitTensor does. There are some parallels there with what they're doing though, more than just the words. It's kind of like the structure. It's kind of like I'll just say structure of how it works. But TLDR, it is really, really interesting. It's, they say it's like prediction markets. It's not quite that. There's just voting, and there is kind of betting on what's going to be the most popular repository. That's kind of what it is.
Yeah. It caught my attention when they mentioned prediction markets, and I think that's why they do it, because this is not a prediction market. Like to me, I'm like, this dude, no. Like when he explained it on stream, I'm like, this is not a prediction market. But you want to chase that meta, go for it.
Yep, just there to grab your attention. It worked. But yeah, it's like upvoting a thing. If that thing becomes the most voted on repository of the week, I think it's that you share in rewards. Like it's 50% of the weekly emissions rewards, whatever, go to the person who published the data, and then the other 50% go to the people who voted on the top thing. And that's not even exactly it. It's just, I think that's close to what it is, like really close to what it is. But it's a pretty detailed project. And
not gonna lie though, so I got really interested. So one of the things I really like doing with AI, so for posts, I usually will do an AI generated image, and now I've been trying to figure out better ways of doing AI generated videos. And a lot of it's prompting. And if you're using words in videos, a lot of times they get misspelled and whatever. But this really interested me because I just enjoy creating in that way. Like it's fun to like see what, how you can prompt things and what images come. I personally don't, I don't use AI for writing. Maybe I should more. I don't know, but like I just don't like that on posts. But like I love it for image creation. So this really interested me because I'm like, wait, I do a lot of this anyway. So maybe I should just put my stuff on there and see if I can get any rewards for it. Also, I found yesterday, when you start chatting with people who are also doing this, I like using Gemini for image creation. I think it's way better. It's way better than most of the stuff that I've been able to use. But if you take a Gemini, like if you create a really good AI image, then you put it into Grok to create the video, like it'll take the image and animate the video so much better than like VO does. And so like as you start combining tools, you can create really cool stuff, and then you can put it in this and potentially, monetize that.
yeah, dude, there's some really good accounts that do the walkthroughs on how you get the consistency across the video clips, because usually you're making clips and stitching them together, and like it's work. Like, you know what, actually it's a big misconception with AI that I had before. It's like put in a prompt, you get your video done, and it's not. It's prompt, get the perfect image as your baseline, then put that in a video, prompt, it's good. Now make another, stitch. It's like it's a lot.
It's a skill, dude. Like it's literally like a skill you have to learn.
What's so fucking funny about that? Not well, funny, whatever. Timely. There's a big story. Not to get us off virtuals, we can come back to it, but like the timeline's going fucking crazy over AI generated content. Disney Plus is going to start featuring community shorts, AI generated community shorts on the Disney Plus platform. Dude, normies are losing their goddamn minds. This has gone so viral here. This is just from yesterday. People it's this kind of stuff. Heartbreaking. You're killing the artist. This is it. It's over. Cancel your Disney Plus. That's like a trending thing now, because they're going, what? They want you to make AI content and have fun and learn a skill and do something fun that shows your love of this thing. And these people can't understand what's happening here. It's crazy. But also to your point, it's a skill. It's not put in a prompt and you got the thing. It's not that. They don't get it.
You know what's funny is like when we were back in our Tez days, like, you know, we started again in Idiots, we were, you know, like, oh, Mid-Journey, wow, this is the coolest thing, right? Now we're all going to become AI artists. And you quickly figure out, like, when you're playing with that stuff, like, yeah, you can tell who's good at this and not.
Yep.
And so if somebody's never tried to create, I mean, go any normie complaining, go try to create an AI generated short and see how well you do. Like, it's not easy. And I think it will, honestly, it will keep getting easier. I mean, even for me to be able to do some stuff that I've been working on recently, I'm like, man, like I've come a long way in learning how to prompt better, but also the tools are getting better and better, like very quickly. So, but it's not easy.
It's definitely not. Vine is relaunching and they are not going to allow AI content. So it's like people are picking up on that because of the Disney Plus thing too, and be like, good, fuck that AI content, right? It's a losing battle. Okay.
Hey, I didn't know Vine was relaunching. Wait, is it an X thing? Is it?
Don't think so, and I could be wrong, but Vine reboot called Divine. It's out now, I believe.
There was a bet I placed on the old Predict Base, something about Vine. That's why I'm asking.
Dude,
I gotta go look at that now.
Let's see if you hit. I wonder if it gets you on a technicality. Well, it's Divine. It's not Vine.
I'm gonna go look right now.
That's pretty cool. Okay, while you're doing that, just got to show how much like this stuff is getting crazy. Like this is like fucking. This is like my dream as a kid. Just these like beautiful 3D renders, images, AI generated. We talk about this from time to time. How like video games are going to get really crazy. They're going to be like generative, like on the spot generating these 3D worlds. Anybody's gonna be able to make them, but they're gonna be like these endless, like we see a giant open map game and it's like, it used to impress us. There's about to be games that are like infinite in scale. They'll just keep generating as you go. And it's gonna look photorealistic, where like so far games have never quite crossed that threshold. They've looked like damn near perfect, but they've never looked real. There's always this weird thing about them, like uncanny valley or something. There's something about them where they don't look real. This is going to get it to where it looks real. I think that's what's going to happen. But I'm going to just show some of these clips. This is just AI generated, like procedurally generated video. It's absolutely crazy. Let's see if I can make that full screen here. Absolutely fucking crazy. Like as you walk, it's just building out the scenery around you, and then it'll start adding in characters and it'll start adding in gameplay. And I picked out a whole bunch of clips today of stuff like that about just how good it's getting, and it's crazy. There's also a video on the show that fits here perfectly. I kind of want to play this. Never mind. It's 13 minutes long, so I'll drop a link in the chat. But this guy it shows the work that goes into it. This guy made a short. How long was the short? I don't know. Let's just say a couple minute short video, an animation. Got 4 million views. I'm sure he got a fuck ton of hate. Like the Disney Plus thing. Like people hated on it. Like, how dare you're gonna put Pixar out of business? These tools should be banned. Like, it's so stupid. But he showed his process for doing it. Again, it's a lot more involved. It's so much more involved than people could imagine. It's worth a watch, and I wish everybody who bitched about this stuff like went and watched it to get an understanding of what goes into it. Because, Cats, you're right. It is an art. It's a skill, and not everybody can do it yet. Oh, this is cool. He breaks down why it triggers people too. But yeah, people are wrong. People are wrong, and that's the biggest part there.
Man, I just went and found that market. It's will X publicly relaunch Vine in 2025? So X is not relaunching Vine then.
Damn, dude.
Right? That's what you just said.
So close.
Gotta read the rules.
Close.
Gotta read the rules.
Well, that hit us, or some people on.
Oh, the government shutdown.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, we didn't cover that with prediction markets, man.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah.
The government shut again. We all know government reopened. There were all kinds of markets about will it reopen on whatever date. Man, if you bet that it opens on the 12th, you didn't win, even though you were right. So It went by the OPM. It's like the official. I'm so retarded.
Office of Personnel
Thank
Management.
you, sir. There you go. It goes by when that site show. It literally has an open like indicator on it. Basically, it did not show that the government was reopened until the 13th, and it resolved this way, I believe. Right? It actually resolved the 13th instead of the 12th, even though the government was officially signed into law, opened on the 12th. But that's not what the rules said. So smart people
Gotta
got
read
in
the
there real
rules.
quick and bought up those shares. And here's somebody who made a 30x. Others who made the right bet, well, wrong bet, but right idea, maybe lost big. Kind of sucks. Kind of cool. Oh, I saw some takes. I'm curious your thoughts, Cats. Either it's cool as is, and you just better know the rules. You better read it. You better be real thorough. And other people saying you're going to lose a lot of people that way. Like you really need to go kind of by consensus, or there needs to be a mix of the two. You like the rules? Follow the
No,
rules?
you can't just go by consensus. Like everybody's just going to bitch and moan about everything then and just dispute everything. No, you have the rules in place. It's on the user to read the rules. Like, so if you, I don't want to get into my day job, but I am a policy driven black and white person. So in this world, you can't have gray in these resolutions. You have to have rules. And if you, as somebody who's willing to risk money, don't take the time to read what you're betting on, then that's on you. That's my opinion.
Fair take. A fair take, a good take. So read the rules, because you either can stand to make a lot of money or lose a lot of money. Yeah, here's somebody. He was, let's see, this guy was up 400,000 and swung to down 8,000 because of that. So read the rules.
I don't know if it was real, and I'm guessing it obviously wasn't. But you see the takes on like I guess some kid posted, oh, my dad works for the OPM site and he just went out on a date or something. So saying like it wasn't going to resolve that night because he's out on a date. I don't know. It was funny.
That's great.
And it was like somebody just lost half a $500,000 because this worker went out on a date instead of doing his job.
I hope that's real, dude. That's fucking awesome. Oh, so good. I'm looking for one other video. It was about the video stuff and I lost it, but it was like just to show how powerful this stuff is getting. Good morning, man. Good to see you. Man behind UFX. It was another video showing just, again, how powerful the video creation stuff is getting. It's not this, dude. It was okay. I can just kind of explain it. Fuck. Oh no, there it is. It was in the replies. I'm just gonna let it play a little bit, just again, so you can see how wild this is. Like a mashup of like The Sims and then like Call of Duty, and it just keeps interchanging between the styles. And then if you just start thinking that and think of like playing a game that's generating around you, just start thinking how wild games and just content in general are gonna get. No audio, but like it just blows me away. So yeah, Sims meets Call of Duty. Maybe he even made it playable too. I don't think so, but just to make a video that does this, just making the video just for fun. Like, hey, it's wild, man. Like, look at this thing he made. Like the whole video itself is just wild. AI is crazy.
Man, pulling out the old Sega Genesis there.
Yeah. Was that a Genesis? I thought that was a Nintendo 64. Hang on.
Oh yeah, maybe it is a Nintendo 64.
Speaking of which, random as fuck. For the gamers out there, anybody who saw the new Valve hardware, dude, it's so weird. The controller looks like a Dreamcast controller. The unit itself looks like a GameCube. I love it. I don't know. That's like my favorite generation of well, not my favorite, but I love that generation of consoles. That was pretty cool. Anyway, the text getting wild. Marty, dude, sorry about the Punk, man. Yeah, Punk's under 100K now, I think. Under 100. Yikes, dude. Yikes. Okay, we had a couple last points here. Let's kind of just blow through them. There was some FUD about Small Thing. That was that robotics cleaning up the ocean project. Some guy said that looked like some like team fuckery there, pumping, dumping the tokens, something like that. And I don't think that's really what it was. At least the team came out and fuck, did I blow away the tweet? I might have blown away the tweet, but the team came out and said, not us. Wasn't us. It's something else. They said they talked to the guys who put out some of the, yeah, there we go. Aware of the FUD. They've talked to some of the guys putting out the FUD, explain what was going on. I don't know, dude. I don't know what to think of it. Either there's fuckery or there's not. If there is, I don't doubt there is. I assume there is usually. So either way, not surprised. But I don't know. Did you catch more about that? Like, was there? Did they deserve any FUD? I think no.
Yeah, from what I saw, I didn't read tons into it because honestly, I don't hold any ST and it doesn't interest me. But yeah, I mean, I saw that it supposedly was like a not the team doing it. I don't know. Whatever. It was a mass dump and then followed by immediate pump, and it seemed real sketch.
Yeah, weird. Okay, and that one was weird anyways. Best performing unicorn token, and none of us can understand why they haven't done any shows. I don't think they have. I messaged a couple times, haven't heard back, but like there's no promo ahead of time really. Virtuals had tweeted them a couple times, but they're not super in here, the community, and it again hit a 12, 13 mil FDV. Nothing else has. It's kind of sus. It is. Marty saying the whole world is cucked. Where's John Wick? Again, fucking favorite comment of the day, dude. You win. It's beautiful. He's a poet. Virtuals Robotics proud to support the Bit Robot Network. They have a robot fighting ring kind of thing. Ultimate Fighting Robots. Are we okay with? I'm okay with. Huh?
Yeah, I've seen this in a lot of movies.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the movie AI, the Steven Spielberg movie?
No.
Oh, it's great. It's great, dude. They have a robot fighting ring there too. It's great. It's a great movie. Fuck, dude. I want to watch that this weekend, and I've been itching to watch Hook so bad, dude. I need to watch Hook, but
like the old Peter Pan movie.
Yeah, that's like a top 3 movie for me. It might be number 1.
It's a great movie. It's just like brings me back to childhood.
Dude, I try to watch it at least once a year, and there's times where I'm weird with movies. I'll watch a movie 100 times. Like I just do this. I get hooked on a thing and just over and again. And that's one I've probably seen Hook 200 times. Love them.
Rufio.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's a great movie. Anyway, whatever. We talked about this earlier in the week, so just a quick mention. Open Service got an agent launchpad coming. Wait, that's not it. Agentic Internet Capital Markets, whatever. Agent launchpad. Except it's not the first AI CM. Shut up about that. ChatGPT 5.1 is out. It's out now. I've been using it. It actually, for me, does feel better than 5. It's faster. That's the biggest thing I noticed. It's a lot faster, I think. And I'm getting I think my results are better. I don't know yet. I haven't used it enough, but it feels faster for me. So that's out. I think we're about to, I hope, dude, get another evolution in these LLMs. It just feels like it. Abstract opened up an AI accelerator program. It lies a lot, Marty. These LLMs, it's the thing that has me, it's not bearish, but has me realizing how early we are. They're wrong usually. If I use it for a simple search result, it's great. When I start going in depth, it's where it starts spitting out bullshit. Even if I can, dude, here's an example. I'll give it my newsletter and I say, check grammar and spelling and just tell me what I need to change. It'll sometimes tell me things I need to change that aren't in my newsletter. It's maybe remembering something from a month ago. It's weird. And this is everything. And because it does it almost all the time, you have to check everything, especially if you're going to use it in something important or official, you have to. They lie all the time. So we had AI, or we know now people are using AI to write their articles that are in the physical newspapers. I think that's great. I don't know if you can see this.
I saw that. That's so dumb.
And
who's proofreading this before you publish? Come on.
If you want, I can create an even snappier front page style version with punchy one-line stats and a bold infographic lower layout. Yeah, using ChatGPT for your physical media. Cool shit. It's gonna take over, dude. Bring it. It's just so cool. What else we got? That might be kind of. I do want to say I want to watch that later. I watched the stupidest shit. Well, I don't think this is stupid, but when I go and I chill, I'll take something like that and I put it on the TV and I just sit back and watch that. That's my entertainment. Okay, one last.
That's actually really interesting.
It is. Kramer saying an American Bitcoin. Oh, we're back, boys. We're back. American Bitcoin investors could lose everything.
There we go.
Feels good.
Let's go.
All right, one last check on the market. Let's see where we're at. 96. Okay. Oh, Kramer
See,
says something.
there
We're
you
back.
go.
When did this come out? This was at 5 a.m. So 3-4 hours later, 96K Bitcoin. They're almost 32 ETH. We'll take it. Cats, any final things? Anything that's caught your eye this week that we didn't get to, and anything you're excited about?
I mean, I'm playing around in a bunch of different stuff, but I can't say I'm overly excited. I've been finding ways to make rewards.
Rewards.
Like nobody's paying attention to CEO. The rewards over there have been pretty spicy. On that third five.
CEO?
On that third five platform.
Hmm.
So that one's under the radar, and I've been doing decently well on that. So I've added more to that position.
What's decently well?
I mean, like 25%
Hey.
back in rewards.
Okay.
And I, so I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to be playing in everything. Doesn't matter. Price up, price down. Like I said, I don't have any of my, my crypto savings account liquidated to where I can use it. So when I get airdrops, I play, and if I lose it, I lose it. If I make money, I make money. But for me, it's more about the experience. I like testing out all this stuff, being a part. Something's going to be great. So I want to use it all, test it all, and find stuff I like. I did put in. I didn't even want to, honestly. I got talked into going halvesies on the AI rocket launch of the X Blue 402 whatever's coming. I'm more interested in that from a to see how a prototype launch goes now, because it's going to launch on virtuals as a stealth prototype launch. And it's interesting. Have you actually, this is interesting. If people are still watching from virtuals, go to the leaderboard on virtual site. Have you looked at this? They have a prototype column now.
Oh, no shit.
Why does yours not show that?
Here, it's probably because my screen is sized funny. Maybe.
No. Why does, I wonder if it's because you don't farm Butler. So on mine, I'll have to show you. So go back. Go up. Go to the last epoch. Go to epoch 5.
Hang on.
Over where it says, go. There you go. You see that? Look at that.
Oh, interesting, dude. Okay.
So with prototypes now, they get 1%. So even on prototypes, you're getting 1% for each the V virtual and the ACP score versus the 5. So it's 2% total instead of 5%. But that just started this past week when they announced the prototype launches are back.
Okay, so then here, let me pull up our new tokens. I think I got this wrong, but hang on.
I want to say we had one. I think that cycle one was a prototype.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Which is at 27K, but
yeah, yikes. It wasn't PRXVT.
I don't remember. Because
they got to check, so they got to be Genesis. I mean, Unicorn.
Well, no, that just means they're committed. But the only way I can tell is by the tokenomics. I don't really know how else to tell.
So my airdrop size is about the size of the.
Like, just click on tokenomics for that one, and then go to the. Yeah, see, they have 5%, so that's a unicorn launch. And then go to cycle or whatever. Yeah, click on cycle and then just click tokenomics. You see that where it has 1 and 1?
Yep. Okay.
That's the only way I can tell. I don't know otherwise, but they still show up on the launch pad the same. Like, so.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I just did. Yeah. Obviously you hadn't seen that yet. So, hey, look at that.
So hang on. When you say they show up on the launch pad, you mean like down here? Like they won't show up here, right?
Yeah. Cycle was up there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now it might not have like a long window. It might just pop up all of a sudden. You know how like sometimes you're like, oh, I didn't see that before. Yeah. It could be a prototype that just popped up.
So it's like right when it launches, or right?
Yeah. I don't know so I'm expecting that with the. still should probably know the name since I put in some significant money into this launch. X402 Blue or whatever.
Right.
I expect they'll just pop up on there is how because it's supposed to be a stealth launch, but I don't understand the point of that. Like, why? Why be a stealth launch at this point? I don't know. But
yeah,
whatever.
well, I guess we'll see how it goes. No, good shout though that we can get rewards from that, from farming them. And if you're staking, you get a little anyways too. So it's pretty cool, dude. Okay, I like it. Maybe last point or getting to the end here, but Virtual's put out like this kind of comparison. Well, okay, ACP Scan I do think is new, right? But comparison to Craigslist, right? ACP Scan are stepping the same direction for agents again as Craigslist. The earliest version of a global agent registry, which we've been needing, discovery, and the way these guys can get connected. That was a big missing piece, so they got it now. Starting today, agents can show real job examples, giving users a clear sense of what an agent actually delivers. So it's kind of cool, like a job listing. Maybe they list there for hire kind of thing. Anyway, kind of cool. Virtual's still doing their thing. I feel like there's one other thing. Oh, just more bitching about the Disney thing. I love that. I just love that. There we go. Here, we'll put this up too. This morning, Trump to follow through with taking off tariffs on some products not produced in the US. So maybe the market bouncing a little because of that, but I just don't think anything happens till we're like sure about where things are going. So if we're back over 100 at some point, today and over the weekend, won't be surprised, but we're not doing that next move up.
No, Gravity just had a question. I have no idea. Like, I've seen those too. I'm like, what is this? Why are all of a sudden we're getting like just trash tokens in our Butler wallet? I don't know.
Nikos, what's up, man? It's great to see you.
Oh man, Nikos, hadn't seen him around in a while.
A rare sighting, dude. Yeah. I love that guy. Yeah. Let's wrap there, dude. Great show. I mean, there's just so much cool shit to talk about. It's a lot of fun. I love doing this Friday thing.
Always.
Thank you, Cats, dude. Thank you for coming and co-hosting. Let me get the let's get the shill in at the end. But thank you to you guys who tuned in, and an extra thank you to people who come up and chat. I love that. That's like the coolest thing about the Friday show here. I think at some point getting a different time show scheduled would make sense at some point too, just like a bonus thing, just because so many people can't. They just can't in the morning. So at some point, yeah, I want to get like an evening stream or like a weekend spaces, like just unofficial, whatever. It's just us shooting the shit and talking about this stuff would be really cool. All right. The final shills. This needs to be a segment, the final shills. But make sure you're following us or subscribed. It's CryptoSlam on YouTube. And make sure you're following Cats Fanatic 0G on X.
Yo.
In the chat. Boom. Follow CryptoSlam.io on X. More things coming. Like, very excited about the things coming. So yeah, follow there, SlamAI_XYZ. You can follow me at Hudah_idiot. I'll be live all weekend. Kind of the same time, but on personal channels. So if you want to keep shooting the shit over this stuff, you can tune in then. Guys, I hope your weekend's great. I hope we survive the great crypto bear market of November 2025.
We're going to make it, fam. It'll be all right.
I think so. Have a great day, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you. Goodbye.